Okay, so,
Dean and Dori's birth.
yeah, Dean was born in on June 22nd, 1968, and he was late, and,
How late?
11 days, and I was getting toxemia, and so the doctor scheduled a C-section right away. So, and I remember friends of ours coming up that night before and bringing me a big piece of chocolate cake. So, because I had been trying not to gain weight, but I was holding fluid and had gained 28 pounds, which seemed like a lot back then. They didn't want you to gain but 20 pounds.
Do you remember your doctor's name?
Brian.
Dr. Brian.
Yeah.
In the hospital?
Huntsville Hospital, Huntsville, Tennessee, Huntsville, Alabama. So everything worked fine. At that time, only the dad could come in, and the grandparents even had to have a pass to come up, and they didn't have the babies with the mamas. They took the babies and they stayed in the nursery, and they brought them to you every 4 hours. Now, when Bob came, he would put me in a wheelchair and wheel me over to the nursery, and I would watch Dean crying. And that was really hard. And so, but anyway, they made you stay in the hospital a week with a C-section then. I could not talk him out of, going on home early or anything, but we managed, and
When they was getting ready to do the C-section, I went and got her mother and brought her to the hospital. So her mother was there when it happened.
Imogene.
Imogene.
yeah.
And they brought you out, and I was standing there with her mother, and they hadn't cleaned you up. And I thought your brains was coming out of your head. I asked her, Mother,
What's
what
wrong
is
with
wrong
him?"
with that kid? And she said, oh, they just ain't cleaned him up, he's fine.
So anyway, we moved to Athens.
Did you have any complications after it?
No,
Okay.
no, everything worked
Yeah,
fine.
we did.
You,
Didn't have the money to pay for it.
yeah,
How did that work?
Paid it off on time.
mm-hmm.
How long did it take?
Not too long. Dad had a good job at that point. But
3 years is what I remember.
Do you
I
remember
know.
how much it cost?
Yes, a C-section cost $1,200, and you started making a payment first time you went to the doctor.
Right.
And so we paid a lot of it, during the time. But our insurance only paid $500.
So you had to pay $700.
Uh huh.
Yeah.
And so
That was a big bunch of money back in
yes,
'68.
yes, it was. I forgot to say that when he started working at Brown Engineering, he made $8,600 a year with
That was gross.
a mechanical engineering degree. And the secretarial job I made $5,000 a year, which was way out of proportion compared to our education and stuff. But he progressed on rapidly with TVA and everything, and kept getting raises and all. And then we got
Get back to the birth.
to Dori and all. When Dean was 3 and almost 4, Dori was born in May of 20th, 1972, in Athens, Alabama.
We was in that house.
When Browns Ferry Road, we had bought a house, right? And
Do you remember your doctor's name?
Gross.
yeah, Gary Gross. He's since died of cancer.
And what hospital?
Athens Hospital in Athens, Alabama.
And he threatened that he was gonna take me in there during the birth. And she woke up. It was about 2 in the morning or something.
Yeah.
Anyway, Gary Gross walks in there to the deliver Dori or a C-section, and I'm sitting over there in a chair, and I'm thinking, oh God, he's gonna grab me and take me back in there, and I did not want to see it, but he didn't. He just sort of
Well,
went on by.
we went to church with Gary and Sherry Gross, so he was a friend as well as my doctor. And you know, he kind of joked with Bob and stuff, but things were more lax at Athens Hospital. They allowed people to come in and visit you, and you got your baby if you asked for it, and besides the scheduled times and all. But and I was able to talk him into letting me go after about the 6th day. I didn't have to stay the full week, but and Dori was 10 or 11 days early, but she weighed 7 pounds and 10 ounces, so she was a normal sized baby.
You remember what time of day she was born?
2:15 in the morning.
But before she was born, we thought your body was going to break or something.
Oh yeah, I was put to bed for 3 days, and he put me in the hospital. Back then, you went to the hospital a lot quicker than you do now, but he just put me on bed rest and put me in the hospital so they could watch me.
And you decided to keep me busy.
And he was sick.
He had to have his adenoids.
Adenoids and tonsils out, yeah.
So you was in Decatur Hospital. I was with you doing adenoids and tonsils. She was in the Athens Hospital. And I was running a fever. And they said, well, the only way we'll let you in there if you don't come out of this room. I said, lady, get me in there. I won't come out. You know. Anyway, they brought me a cot in there finally. And I laid down on that cot and didn't get up for 3 days. So you had your surgery and everything. Come over and crawl up in the cot with me. Give me comfort.
Well, Mom and Daddy came and got me from the hospital and took me down to the hospital that y'all were still in. And, but anyway, everything worked out. That year was a really rough year because me and the kids were in the hospital. I was in the hospital twice, and Dori at 6 months had pneumonia, and so she was in the hospital for a while.
Do you remember how much Dori's C-section cost?
I don't. I think we had really good Blue Cross insurance with TVA then, and it was probably pretty much paid for. We probably might have had to pay a deductible or something, but not much. Money was not so much a problem after he got to working for TVA for a while. But anyway, Dean had surgery on his leg several times that year too. So
What year?
the year Dori was born, 72. He had a Baker cyst, and it was persistent. But anyway, so
He still got it.
he outgrew it. That's what they told us finally. So Dori, when she was about 2 years old, we had neighbors that had 3 boys, and they had a little puppy. And